Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Vickie's Country Home. This morning I'm just going to do a quick walk around of the garden and show you what's going on because I have been so busy with work that I haven't had time to do much. But I'll just show you how it's doing and give you a little update. So these are my grapevines and my peach tree. And the antelope got to both. And you could tell it's the antelope because everything down low was eaten and the stuff up high was not. So we can't keep the antelope out, but what we ended up doing, and so far it's working, we think. We got this little ultrasonic thingy here, and it seems to be keeping them away. So the leaves are growing back on the grapevines, which they had totally eaten off, along with the grapes that were on the top. The peach tree got most of the peaches, along with all of those leaves. But there are a few peaches up at the top. There's one right back there. There's just a few. But at least there's something left. There's a handful right in there. And a few more over here. So not too many, but at least it's something. My little oak tree, on the other hand, it got it pretty good. It was looking beautiful, and there's lots of leaves at the top, but all of these leaves down here got eaten. That's one of the reasons they just are not growing very fast. They never have a chance. So this is my main garden, and I still have the netting on most of it, but things are growing. These are my pinto beans. I need to pull those radishes. They are done. But I've got some parsley in there's doing well. Some Swiss chard that's reseeded and it's coming up slowly. My asparagus last year was stripped after I let it go to fern like this. But this year it's doing well. So the netting is working. It's keeping the grasshoppers out long enough for these things to grow. This pea bed, oh my gosh, I have been harvesting peas like crazy. I have probably gotten, I don't know, a few pounds already in a short time. So the grasshoppers don't seem to care for it that much, which was one of the reasons I grew it. I thought, okay, I want peas, so I'll grow a lot. Well, yeah, the grasshoppers are not eating on this one, so I don't even have to have it covered anymore, and I'm getting tons of sugar snap peas. And my carrots are looking good. And there's a few potatoes that came up from last year, and they're all doing well. Under there, broccoli's about done. Brian's going to juice the plants. My cabbages, they're getting a little bit of damage from stuff getting under, but not a whole lot. So they're looking good. I have some garlic and some leeks. And there's some more carrots along here and along there. And they're all doing well. This oregano plant was huge, and I finally came out and cut it way back, and I'm drying all of that oregano, and it's coming back and it's going to be beautiful. Spinach is about done. The chard is still going, although it's starting to bolt. My kale has got something eating a little bit on it, but it's still good and it's still growing well. And this lettuce is just wonderful. I had some last night. This lettuce is flowering, but it still tastes great, and I need to get it all cut back. And over here is all my blackberry and raspberry. And although the grasshoppers are in there, they're not too bad. And I'm getting some berries that are not quite ready for harvest, but close. Although I can see a couple raspberries that I'm gonna pick. Oh, they're sweet. So I'm really grateful because so far, even though there's grasshoppers, they're not doing too much damage. These are my strawberry plants. They survived from last year. They're not doing a lot, but at least they're coming back. These are mustard greens. And all my squash. These are butternut, and they're not growing very fast. My zucchini are starting to get larger, and they will probably start blooming before long. And my yellow squash over here. And these are my tomatillos. I take the netting off the tomatillos and uncover them for the day so that they can get pollinated. But you can see, maybe, yeah, right there, big old grasshopper got in there. So I'll be chasing him away. Take this off so they can get pollinated. But they're looking beautiful. Over here, that was supposed to be the cucamelons. It didn't do anything, but I've got a whole lot of purslane I could harvest and stir fry. And this is all my cucumbers. That one's not doing a whole lot. There's plants, but they're not growing. These are growing, but pretty slow. My onions. That is sugar pie pumpkins. Butternut squash. And that is a Seminole pumpkin in there. Not doing a whole lot. And these are Seminole pumpkins, and they're not doing a whole lot. So they're growing, just not very fast. So this is my main garden. Still not growing a lot, but they're surviving, and that's a big improvement over last year. That's my comfrey, and it's doing well. First year it's ever looked that good and bloomed. This is my container garden, and these are okra. They're finally getting started going. Not growing fast, but they're surviving. I've had the netting on them. This okra is getting big, so I'm hopeful. Maybe I'll get a few okra pods out of it. Everything else over here is growing too. Slowly, but it's growing. My pot marigold is happy though. My peppers. And I'm keeping them covered most of the time because this area still has a lot of grasshoppers. A lot more than the other. But I'm gonna uncover them because they need to get some pollination going. But you can see they still get under there and they still do damage. So this area I'm gonna have to fight some more. I'll probably put more bait and spray around the area more. But I'll uncover them today, just to let them get some sunshine. They get sunshine, it's just not a lot. But you can see my peppers that were forming fell off. But there's still one on there. That's a cayenne pepper. So I think these were baby cayenne. But they all need sunshine and some pollination. And here's my tomatoes. I'm out here thumping the blossoms, trying to help pollinate it. And I am getting some, just not a ton. But I just uncovered them. There's a few down there. That one has a number of them. So there are tomatoes in here, but I'm not sure. I almost think part of it is the netting, but I also think part of it is we just haven't had a lot of warm weather yet. We had just had a high of 95 the other day, and that's the warmest it's been. So just push the netting back so that they get a little more sun today. But there's tomatoes down there. Not as many as I'd like, but I'm getting some. So the netting is working. I think it slows things down a little, but it's working. And this is the hops. And I'm going to try and show you how many grasshoppers are on this. And last year they stripped this. They're just all over the hops. So I've got to try and chase them out and bait and spray. But it's still growing and it's blooming. So we're still succeeding. So that's my garden update. God bless and thank you for watching.